sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam. Dear viewers and listeners, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We were discussing the booklet written by Amir Sunni Dawat Islami Allama Shakir Ali Noori Sahab Qibla. The book with the topic of a reason for destruction of nations. In this context, we have discussed many things and we have explored many information. We will continue the lessons from this book. In the current era and generation, everyone is focused on and worried about the destruction and ruination of the Muslim Ummah. The philosophers and academics of the community are busy with trying to think of ways of lifting the Ummah back up from the depths of despair to the heights of majesty and greatness. Means that across the globe, all the philosophers and the academicians, the thinkers, experts of Muslim leaders, they are thinking, they are trying to lift the Ummah, the nation, the community of Muslims from the depth of despair to the height of majesty and greatness. Why? In spite of the fact that we testify to faith, believe in Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam, believe the Quran to be the final revelation of Allah, and believe in the day of judgment. In spite of that, why the Ummah is facing such a difficult times, which are getting worse day by day? There are majority of our leaders would reply that it is because of ignorance, lack of knowledge, bad characters, manners, and being mired in sins, disobedience of parents, and many other things. The reason for ruination, the reason for these difficulties and these challenges which the nation is facing, there are many different kinds of opinions. The author in this book, that is the president of Sunni Dawat Islami, Maulana Shakir Ali Noori Sahab Qibla, he is focusing on the main reason, that is the disrespect of Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam. But before that, while doing pilot survey or while discussing many reasons, majority of the scholars, they came up with the philosophy, they came up with the result that it is because of ignorance. So as a whole, this may not be the main reason for destruction of the nation, for going backward and for facing these challenges. But anyhow, in minute sense or from different angles, if you observe, this may be one reason which is leading to these difficulties, that is ignorance, that is lack of knowledge. If you observe, the days before the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam announced and he claimed prophethood, it was called as days of ignorance, Yawm-e Jahiliyyah. After the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam declared and he announced his prophethood, at that time it is called as the days of Islam. So ignorance and Islam, these are opposite words. When there will be a ignorance, there will not be a Islam. When there is a Islam, it means there is no ignorance. But unfortunately, it is very sad to say that we Muslims, we believe and we follow such a great religion. In spite of that, we are so far away from the knowledge. We are leading our life in the darkness and in ignorance. There are many benefits of having knowledge, and there are many drawbacks or disadvantages or many difficulties or very negative consequences if you don't have knowledge. For sake of your understanding, I will conclude this topic by saying one example. What is the importance of knowledge? Why ignorance is very dangerous? Suppose assume that you want to drive a car and you have not learned, you don't know about the driving. You have never drove that car. But without knowing, without having knowledge, if you start driving the car, obviously you are putting risk yourself and the people sitting in that car, both are in danger. So both the people, the passengers, those who are sitting in that car and you, there is a chances of losing your life. The reason is because you don't know, you have not learned that. So in the same way, on the other hand, if you observe the same car, if you know to drive the car, if you have learned that, you can maximum utilize that car, you can go anywhere within a short span of time it will be very useful, you can earn from that. So the same thing, if you are not learned, if you are not having awareness, if you don't know to use that particular gadget or particular vehicle, you will face loss, and if you know how to use it, you will get the benefit. In the same way, the reason for coming difficulties in our life is because we don't know how to lead the life. Almighty, being a creator and being a sustainer and being a Almighty, He has given the detailed instruction. He has told each and everything what we should do from the day of birth till the day of death. He has instructed everything in detail, but we are not knowing about that. So we are least bothered about that. Because of that ignorance, we are leading our life as per our own traditions, as per our own likes, as per our own wish. That is the reason we are facing the difficulties. How a person without learning the car, if he drives the car, he will have accident, he will face the difficulty. In the same way, if a person without having knowledge, without learning Islam, if he leads the life, he will face difficulties in life. So this is the importance of ignorance. There are many other reasons. One main reason why the whole nation is facing the difficulty, it is because of ignorance, because of lack of knowledge. So this is so we will continue the coming sessions about the importance of knowledge, about the drawbacks of ignorance. May Almighty bless us with the knowledge and may forgive if I have committed any mistake while explaining. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.